Hello everybody, how are we doing? Look at that. Nice bit of frost on the grass. Can only mean one thing. It's very, very cold. Currently, -2. Which brings us on nicely to how do you stay warm in the winter when you're on two wheels? Well, gear's important. Your gear you're wearing. A lot of motorbike gear's got vents and things in it. Make sure they're shut. Pretty obvious sounding. Make sure they're shut. Textile gear is better than leather in the cold. In that it will help keep you warmer. It's a bit more wind protection. And layers. Wear some layers. Now I usually wear base layers. Today I've got base layer trousers and t-shirt on. And all that does, it just helps trap the warm air. Keeps you a bit warmer. And the more layers you got, the more warm air you can trap. That's nice of you. God, that sun's low. Rotten sod. Yeah, so layers. So I've got my base layer, I've got a t-shirt on. I've got an inner jacket, and then I've got my motorbike jacket. Now my motorbike jacket's got 3 layers in it. It's got your outer layer. It's then got a waterproof layer, and then it's got a thermal layer. So that's 3 layers just on the jacket. My inner jacket, 4 layers, t-shirt 5, my base layer 6 layers, so on my top half there's 6 layers. My inner jacket, I do cheat a bit, is a heated jacket. It's a Keith heated jacket, plugs directly into the motorbike off the battery, so it runs off your motorbike power. And it has 3 settings, which are warm, warmer and too hot. So 3 settings: warm, warmer and too hot, and the too hot one is just too hot. I've never had it on that setting. I've got one for the wife as well. She's worn that. She's used it on the too hot setting. Well, I haven't. So there you go. So that's my body and my jacket. Hands. I've got my summer gloves on still at the moment. The reason being, I find them easier to ride with, but I've got heated grips on the motorcycle. So they came fitted as standard to this bike, but I have had them on other bikes as well. And heated grips, I find Oxford are really good. You get yourself a pair of Oxford grips, and the advantage with the Oxford grip is that I think it's right with all of them. I think I'm right in saying it. If you leave them on and walk away from the bike with the ignition off, it detects the voltage drop on the battery and they do switch themselves off. That's if you've wired them direct to the battery. If you know where the auxiliary part is on your bike, you can wire them up to your auxiliaries. And yeah, look, -2. Wow! You can wire them up to the auxiliary, and obviously they'll turn on and off with the ignition. Mine are factory fitted, so they do turn themselves on and off with the ignition, so I ain't got to worry about switching them off. I have had other grips before and I've left them switched on and come out to the bike and the battery's flat, and got to try and get some power in the battery to start the bike, and it's a faff. So yeah, that's the heated grips. Boot wise, I've still got my little shorty Denisi boots on that I did a review for a while ago, my waterproof Denisi short boot. No matter what boot I'm wearing, I've had cold feet when I'm on a long ride, so I don't think you can buy heated insoles and things. I haven't bothered. It just seems like a waste of time to me, and it's a bit of an extra faff. If I was riding for hours and hours and hours, I'd probably invest in some, or if I was in one of these countries that's very, very cold. Not that -2 ain't cold, but there are some countries it's even colder. So yeah, so my boots, I'm wearing my normal boots. As I said, I've got a pair of base layer trousers on. To help keep my legs warm. Then I've got my normal trousers, then I've got my motorbike trousers. And what I like to do is I will put my waterproof trousers on over the top. Now, it's not raining, but the waterproof trousers do keep the wind out, because unfortunately my trousers are a summer trouser. They've got no liners. So I'll stick my waterproof trousers on, and that'll help keep me, it does help keep my legs warmer. But I find with a heated jacket, normally that's sufficient just to warm your core up, keep your hands warm so you can feel your controls, and don't ride with your hands on the levers, because the levers do get very, very cold. And let's not forget, if you're riding, you've got to suffer the wind chill. So you've got -2 at the moment. At 70 mile an hour or 60 mile an hour, that wind's going to get a bit colder. It drops something like a degree for every 20 mile an hour or something. There is an equation for it, I don't know what it is. So you get your wind chill factor. Then when you put your gear on, make sure you seal all your gaps. Gaps around your wrist, around your neck, your jacket and everything's done up. Obviously vents shut. Keep your visor down as long as you can. If you've got a pin lock, that'll stop any misting. If not, if you haven't got a pin lock, buy some anti-fogging spray to go on the inside of it, and that'll help keep your face and eyes warm. There's nothing worse than getting a cold face and cold nose and your eyes are watering, you're trying to see where you're going. And then another tip for winter riding, it all depends on what bike you got. Now I'm fortunate on the GTR1400, it's got a lot of fairing, diverts the wind around you. But anybody that's ever ridden one will realise that the wind goes around the front of you and tends to hit the side and the back of you. Bellends. So yeah, so you do get some wind, but the GTR's got plenty of fairing on it. I've also not got the standard screen on it, I've got a slightly bigger screen, which does help with the wind deflection. And then riding itself, -2, is it liable to be any ice on the roads? Possible. Our road's going to be slippier, yeah. Is it going to take longer for your tyres to warm up? Yeah. And keep your eye on your tyre pressures as well, because the tyres get very, very cold. Obviously the pressures drop. So when they're cold, before you start out, make sure you check your tyre pressures. So take it easy. Don't lean so much into the corners. So it's a bit slower around the corners. Try and keep the bike as upright as possible. Straight line roundabouts. And you'll be fine. In fact, I'm riding along here now and I'm just starting to feel the cold on my toes. Anyway, that's a bit of winter riding. My heated jacket's working very well though. My body, heated jacket I've got's a full jacket, and it's the arms are heated and the front and the back, so it keeps you nice and toasty. Right, all that being said, I hope you're all looking after yourself. and behaving, or the best you can. Rubber side down, shiny side up, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care, all the best. Bye for now. Goodbye.